And a close that got a little wobbly, you'd have to say. That sudden decline that came in started with the bank Nifty. It has taken the Nifty well off the peak. We still have a gain, no problems about that. But this volatility is something that the traders will remember. Sudden profit taking coming in. 80 points higher for what it's worth, of course. Still a strong day. If we talk about the winners and its tech names right from the front, that was the big leadership point of the market. Tech Mahindra, HCL Tech, TCS, Infosys, LTI Mindtree, they're all packed up together on the top side of the Nifty. Gains anywhere between 2% to 3%, depending on which stock you're picking out. Then you had the autos, where there was a strong traction coming into Hero Moto saying that their festive season sales have actually exceeded pre-COVID years, and that worked very well for the stock, 3.5% up over there. It had company in the form of Tata Motors, M&M, some of the others doing well too. Titan had a decent session, so did ONGC, about 1% up on these stocks as well. Now let's come to the banks, because that's where the trouble was. Axis is ending at the lowest point of the day, 1.5% lower. ICICI Bank on the downside of the screen as well. Let's just check the final rates on HDFC Bank, losing some ground, just 0.25%, nothing more. And Kotak Mahindra Bank also completely flattening out. So the problem really was on the banking side of the market. That's where the pressure was. Coal India, of course, some profit taking, but you can't blame the stock for that, considering its massive move coming through. So those were some of the big movers on the way down.
But the party continues in the broader market, Surbi. Wokat, one of those stocks that have been a rank underperformer. We had Ajay Bora of Nuvama who said he believes that the story could turn around from here on. Stock was up close to 15% today. Yet Sterlite Technologies as well, that was up close to 9%. And some of these other stocks, that have actually been ignored, some of them big value eroders as well, whether it was Dish TV, whether it was Z Media, Suzlon, all of them, they were those stocks, in fact, people were wondering whether or not they'll survive. But today, they're one of the top volume gainers in trade today. And Vodafone Idea, on its way to 15 rupees. That stock as well was up close to 2%. So from the broader markets, things well and truly on. The Nifty Bank needs to find its form. The Nifty wants to get to around 20,000 odd, but not without the Nifty Bank finding some form and getting past that 50 and 100 EMA.
Absolutely. I'll add some more names. VST Tillers and Tractors, they sort of showcased some 3 new tractors, including, I think, some EV machines as well at the Hanover Fair in Germany. That stocks ended 8% higher. Started the day very quiet, but then it just kept on piling up momentum. CESC, again, you heard Harshvardhan Dole on the channel in the morning, singling out this stock as perhaps a good play on the power side if you want to play the thermal edition. It's had a great session today, 4-5% on the higher side as well. So I guess mid-caps, Prashant, not bad. But yeah, this wobble, tumble, suddenly last half hour, I think that'll make people maybe a bit nervous.
Possibly. But, 400 points in 2 days, 450 points in 2 days would have been a little too much in any case. So maybe we would have been saying tomorrow morning that maybe take a little bit of profits. Better to take some profits if you're trading, right? So it's happened naturally today. Maybe not a bad idea after all, not such a bad thing after all. But yeah, I mean, lots, put up Kalyan Jewelers if we can. That continues to pull back. And, by close, it's down about 5.5%. It's got humongous volumes and it's down very sharply. So that one has been selling off for 2 days now. Recent high was about 360 and it's come down to, it's basically lost about 20% from that level in just 4 or 5 trading sessions now.
I remember our interaction with Kalyan just yesterday, where they went on to very carefully explain how the business model is now going to be more skewed towards the franchisee side of things, and margins will come down. I don't know, maybe the street perhaps took note of some of that commentary.
Possible. And by the way, market breadth also converged. 1,250 stocks are higher and about 1,150 stocks are lower. So the gap is just about 100 odd stocks by close. I think that brings us to a close on this edition of Closing Bell. We are up about 90 points, which is a very, very respectable score on the board by the close of the day, 19,762. It's a wrap from all of us here. Goodbye. Thank you very much for staying with us. Don't go anywhere. Our Thursday special Big Deal is coming up next.